Willkommen. We're going to react to Moms for Justice. She made a video about Dan Markel. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Don't hate me, guys, if I don't pronounce a name correctly. I mean, that's like really your best argument to tell me. Like, if the only thing you're going to do is like comment and say, hey, you didn't pronounce the name of Delphi correctly, you said Delphi, but you don't have any counter arguments to what I'm saying, doesn't really add a lot of value, right? Who cares if I don't pronounce it correctly? That's not the point of the video. So Moms for Justice made a video and it's amazing. It's amazing how bad this video is. But a couple of things really jump out to me. It's 35 minutes. I don't want to make this video too long, so we're going to react.
Who thinks that Wendi Adelson is going to go down like the Titanic?
So now you know exactly. It's fascinating to me. These are fascinating to me. Like, if you want to become a YouTuber, do this. Do what she's doing. Just make videos, 30 minutes, say Wendi Adelson is guilty, and just, this is enough to get like thousands of subscribers. Like, it will work. You get monetized, you make money, keep doing it. YouTube incentivizes it. We're going to listen to how unhinged the stuff that she's saying, this person is saying is. Let's
so
see
fun doing my own investigation, and I love all of you and everything you guys have been.
Yeah. Lean into that parasocial relationship with your people, right? So you haven't done an investigation, dude. This is not really an investigation. You haven't done anything.
Insane.
You've not exposed anything that nobody knew. Everything you said, everyone already knew. You've not done anything new. Literally nothing.
About the Dan Markel murder case.
But they have to present it in a way like they're blowing open the case. Just like the makeup YouTuber, the other video that I made on this case. Blew it completely open, right? Let's see. This one also blows it completely open. This is it. Like the prosecutor, when they go charge Wendi for murder, they only have to play this YouTube video, and then that's it. The jury will be convinced.
Guilt of Wendi Adelson. And I just finished listening to the Louise Rivera interrogation, and let me tell you, I pulled things out and put it together.
She pulled things out, guys, that other people didn't identify.
And it's like wrapped up in a present with a big bow on it, and you need to hear this.
Well, all right. So before we get into this, Louise Rivera, for the people that hate on me for mispronouncing names, or Riveria. I don't care. It's so lame. This guy you're seeing there in the interrogation room, right, with multiple detectives. He's the guy on the left here. The guy on the right, Sigfredo, I think, is on the right. Rivera is on the left, and Katie is in the middle. Katie worked at the dental office of Wendi's father, where her mom was working there as an assistant, and also her brother Charlie was working there occasionally. I think he even bought the dentist place and then sold it back to his dad or something. Katie in the middle was working there as like an office assistant or whatever, right? She was married to the guy on the right, Sigfredo. So Charlie and Donna, this is based on the information that we have. Charlie and Donna, the brother and mother of Wendi, they connected with Katie. I believe it was Charlie that connected with Katie because he was sleeping with her. And she asked her husband on the right to do the hit, or gave them an envelope, and everything was written on the envelope. Charlie was like, give this envelope to your husband, don't open it. It doesn't matter if she opened it or not. For this specific video, it doesn't really matter. Then he went to his buddy on the left, who is a leader of a gang, and they did the hit together. They actually did the hit. So here's the car that they rented, a Prius. This is a camera on a bus. I was looking for the picture because the bus picture actually is really showing them, but there's other pictures as well, like here. Look at them going in front of cameras, like putting themselves there. Here they are. Here's the guy we're listening to in this interrogation video, driving the car. They did it together. They went to a hotel. They tried it twice. The first time it didn't work out, and then they traveled all the way there to tried again, and then they actually succeeded, killed the guy, and then left. The guy on the left here, right? That is the guy that is being interrogated here. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I want you. So what? Before we watch the rest, what is your opinion of this hit guy, the hitman? Like these two guys. You see them here in the car, like they went there and they killed the guy and then they left. Like, not a great opinion you probably have about two people that went there and killed like a guy, right? Like an innocent guy, a father of two children, right? Not so positive, right?
Noon.
Yeah, before 12
On Thursday.
On Thursday.
You drove by, you saw her walking the kids. You asked him, he says that's Wendi. She's making sure that we're going to do this or whatever.
That she wanted to make sure that we was over. She thought that we were lying. That he was lying. Because I ain't shooting. They don't even know I'm in the car. And
Wendy thought that they were lying, that they were not planning to do the hit, so she was there to check on up on them. Yeah.
until she seen me that
Yeah, your car's got tinted windows.
Have you guys seen any interrogation videos where someone is like, one of the hitmen, like, is guilty? What do they try to do in the interrogation? Make themselves seem more of an okay guy, good guy, right?
She even know what kind of car he has or
that
anything?
car, it's not even tinted. Like, you can see through it. It's like, you can see really, you can see, it's tinted, but not dark like people think.
Right, she wouldn't know you from outside. She wouldn't
Yeah,
be saying
she don't know
that.
from anybody. 'Cause you-
So Wendy was looking at the car. She didn't go to the car. She could have, right? Because she recognized two people that clearly are hitmen. And like, hey guys, you better not run with the money.
You can see you got a little short guy in a car like this, looking like this, and you see her steal. She was on the passenger side.
Yeah, so in a neighborhood like that,
These two guys in a neighborhood like that, these two guys in a car. I mean, yeah.
it doesn't take a rocket scientist
Doesn't take a rocket science when you see these two guys in a car in that neighborhood.
to figure out that those two guys are the hitmen. I mean, they're sitting like all low in their seat, driving.
She's basically just his defense attorney here.
By. They look suspicious. Of course, she knew that was them.
Of course she knew it. Got her. Got her.
So she looked, he looked.
Why didn't she walk up to them and just ask them, like, hey, you guys better not take the money?
You know, that's what caught my attention. Like, what's up with this lady?
Keep watching. Be patient. This video won't be too long. Be patient. It's gonna get crazy.
Looking at the car. So they know she wanted to make sure that it was up here. I guess Katie told them everything. And they called Katie. And he called
So he called Katie, and then Katie told the other guy, hitman. We called this guy hitman number 2. The other guy, the gang leader, hitman number 2. The other guy, hitman number 1, right? Hitman number 1 called his wife, Katie, like, hey, why is she here? Why is she here?
Katie. I remember leaving that day when we left. We called Katie. Yeah, everything all right with the lady? And she's like, yeah, everything's straight. Don't worry about it.
Yep, Katie
Make
confirms
That
it.
shit done.
Katie confirms that everything okay. Okay.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Or he tells you that?
No, I can hear it. I can hear it talking on the phone.
You're in the car or in the motel room?
No, I'm in the car. We're still in the car. We got pulled up. Before
We can hear everything the other person is saying on the phone, even though it's not on speakerphone, and they're in the car.
we going up, every
And they're driving, I think.
time before we
Here.
go in the hotel, we're sitting
We got pulled up every time before. Oh, okay, so they sit in the
Car for
car
like
for
10
10 minutes.
we don't go, we just not going, because I'm sitting down like, yo, you see that camera right there? You know, it's facing that way.
See the camera right there? Let's go 10 minutes, sit
You
here.
see that one over there? Yeah, man, you see how he said something? Look at that camera, man. I told Blake, that's not drinking, man, for you to pay attention.
So you hear her voice saying that he recognizes her without question. He doesn't have to ask.
He had to call it action on this shit. He already knew.
He's already saying, why is Wendi here?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay, so Sigfredo recognizes her. Probably was provided a picture of her from Katie.
Could be. Not that it was really relevant to share a picture of her with the guy. Like, they're supposed to do a hit on her ex-husband.
I asked
There was no plan for her to visit or whatever.
him
Right.
why she's up here.
And then he relays to her.
So she, Moms for Justice, is completely ignoring the fact that when he was there and they didn't know why, which kind of makes it seem like Wendi was there not because of these people, but she believes him and the fact that what Katie said, she believes as well. Right? Anything that comes out of this guy's mouth, she believes.
On the
Yeah, he
phone, right?
relates to her why she came up here for.
Okay.
That's the comment.
So Wendy was going to check. So we don't have only like the fact that Wendi, when the hit was going to happen, she had to confirm the kill. She also, on a different day, she had to come there, walk with her kids, look to see if the hitmen are there, make sure that they're actually scoping the place. Makes a lot of
So it's not a
sense.
question of if it's Wendi. He already knows it's
Oh,
Wendi.
he was already know it.
And he's telling Katie, why is Wendi here?
To make sure that he was up here, make sure he wasn't lying. She was just paying
To make sure he wasn't lying that she was just paying
him for nothing but.
$10,000, I think the total was. So when he was really worried that they would steal the money, Charlie was doing everything through Katie, but when he was just so worried that the money, you know,
So Judo,
wasn't the money coming from Charlie? Like Charlie used like staplers for his money. Yeah, I've looked into the case. I know those weird details.
so Tudo's met Wendi.
Yeah.
Oh, Trudeau has met Wendi. Yep.
I think he did. I'm not.
I think he did.
Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna answer
I ain't even going to answer.
because I'm not 100%.
Okay.
I'm not 100%. So this, to me, is an indication that you can't just blindly trust everything the guy said.
Did
right?
you know Wendi?
No, not at all.
You ever seen her before?
Just that.
I don't like the guy. I don't like people that go murder people. Hey? Are you with me on that, guys? You with me? Do we collectively dislike people that do hits? Like, we don't think that's good, right?
That's unreal. Just unreal. Like,
Unreal.
why else would he say anything different if he didn't know, the assumption was there? So Fredo never corrected him. He never said, oh, I've never seen a lady before at all while he's on that trip. He never said, oh, I don't know what she looks like. How would I know if that was Wendi? He just spoke about it as if it was Wendi on the street with the two kids. I mean, it just doesn't get any more damning than that.
Yeah, when he's guilty.
day. That day I seen her that Thursday. I'm not saying I never met her, never seen her. I don't know if he met her or, but I know he said that's Wendy. I'm like, all right.
It's gonna get worse.
All right. And Katie says she wants to make sure that you guys are.
If we make sure that was up there.
Here's another
When he had to make sure that they were up there, that makes a lot of sense,
thing.
guys.
She had no reason to be there on Thursday when she knew she was going to get the kids when he left on Friday. She knew she was supposed to see them the very next day. So why drive over there and go for a walk with your kids? I realize that sometimes we miss our kids and we
She wants to walk with her kids and see if the hitmen are there. Says Moms for Justice.
want to take a trip over there and see them. But why when you know you're getting them the next day?
You heard her voice say that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you go back to the motel. And you
It's gonna get
Started
better.
drinking
Wait.
before noon.
wait
Yeah,
for
we
it.
hanging out now. Now we in the hotel hanging out ready for the next day. I'm like, man, listen. Don't get drunk, man.
He's so funny. One of the two hitmen, right? Look at him driving the car. Here they are together, driving the Prius. All convicted.
You want to do something, you gotta do it right, man. He was toasted, man. Wake up in the morning, first thing he does,
They were both doing coke and drugs.
Chuck. I was taking a shot, like, don't tell me you're drinking, man. Man, I'm only taking a shot. Everything gonna be all right. You literally taking pumps. I'm like, oh man, fuck.
So at 12 noon back on the Thursday, you're there, and did you go anywhere else? You had to go someplace else because the car has to get shot.
Starting
Wendy had to make sure that they're actually scoping the place. Makes a lot of sense, guys. Moms for Justice. Blew open the case.
from the beginning of this clip, when you hear it, most people are going to assume the lady is Donna because Donna and Charlie were pretty much orchestrating this whole thing. What's interesting is, and if you didn't catch it, just a minute,
Nobody caught
about a
this
minute
guy.
after that, he mentions the kids and then the lady's kids. So now that makes the lady they're talking about Wendi, not Donna.
Let's back up a little more, a little further. You said they gave him $5,000. Tell us about that. What did he say?
Wendy had to make sure that nobody's stealing those
Where did he get the
$5,000.
money
Oh,
from?
he said he got the money from the lady. He still haven't told me her name yet. He said, I got the money from the lady. Well, his wife gave him the money. So Gabe gave him the money. But he told me about the lady. He told me the lady got the money. She's gonna pay us. So, all this driving around and talking about the money. I told her,
That is Wendy.
we should just go rob her.
So the guy is like, let's just go rob her because that's the type of guy he is, right? Doing hits, robbing people. Great guy.
Again, at this point, we're still thinking it's Donna. Go rob Donna, who's the one originating it, the hit. But
Katie got convicted. She didn't push Wendy in front of the bus. Charlie got convicted. Didn't push Wendy in front of the bus. Everyone is going to protect Wendy, yeah, guys?
then listen to this.
That's my intention. Fuck this guy. I don't got nothing against that guy. I don't even know that guy. Especially
I don't even have nothing against that guy. You're hired to do a hit. You think people that are doing hits have something against the guy. They do hits for money.
After he told me about what was it for the two
And this, it just gets so good here. And we're only 6 minutes in.
kids.
He has kids.
Because I asked him, why you gonna kill this guy? Because
Why you want to kill the guy?
the lady wants her 2 kids back.
The lady wants her 2 kids back. So that means
Doesn't mean that Wendi is guilty, right? It could still be Charlie and Donna orchestrating everything, not letting Wendi know, and doing it behind her back.
Wendi.
She doesn't believe that is possible, like physically impossible to her.
Then the police want to
watching.
clarify it and make sure that he knows for sure. So take a listen.
Katie told me everything then.
But you're just guessing that. You don't know that for sure. Do you?
No, that's for sure. For sure, Katie told me everything.
Right, how do you know that? How do you know
Because he stayed talking to Katie on the phone. Hey, babe, what's going on? Hey, the lady, you sure she gonna have the money on time? Tell her don't play with it because we'll go show up in her house. Tell her she better have that fucking money.
Keep this in mind. This really sounds what you're hearing now. Tell her she better have the money. Huh? Let's go back.
You sure she gonna have the money on time?
You sure she got the money? Does that, I'm asking you, does that sound like a guy that is worried that his wife Katie might leave him if he doesn't murder the guy? Or does it sound like a guy who's in it for the money?
Time. Tell her.
Make sure she got the money. Does that sound, again, I will ask you again, does that sound like a guy that doesn't really care about the money, but is just killing the guy and doing the hit because he's worried that Katie will leave him?
Don't play with it because we'll go show up in her house. Tell her she better have that fucking money.
Does that sound like a guy that is not doing it for the money, but is doing it because otherwise he's worried that his wife, how he's talking, this is how the guy is talking to his wife, right? He's saying like, this is how the Sigfredo guy was talking to his wife Katie. Does that sound like a guy that did the hit, that asked him to join his hit, join in doing the hit together? Sound like a guy that did it because he was worried that Katie would leave
And
him.
he always kept telling her that.
Because when you went on this
He always kept telling her, better get my money.
trip, were you with Tuda the whole time? Did y'all separate? Y'all in the same car? Y'all stay in the same hotel room?
Never separate, same
They
hotel.
didn't separate at all. In it together.
So when he talked,
Let's go back to the picture. In it together, guys. The 2 hitmen.
Katie, you could hear him talking to Katie.
Of course.
And you with Katie.
I want you to reflect on what Moms for Justice, how she's talking about hitman number 2.
Right there, right?
Did you know it was Katie because of what he was saying, or could you actually hear her
Oh,
voice?
it's Katie. I can hear her voice.
And you had heard it before?
Yeah, I can hear Katie's voice. That's
How many years have you known Katie?
I know two don't hold like Katie probably like 5, 6 years, 7 years around. I don't know. Katie had this married because of Sigfredo.
Okay, so he knows who Katie is, and he's basically saying here that it wasn't just, when you sit next to somebody and they're on the phone, you can easily tell somebody else, yeah, that's what that person said, because the person next to you is telling you that's what they said.
Great
But actually, you actually heard them
investigative
saying it. So you
work,
actually knew this girl's
Moms
voice
for
and you heard her saying it.
Justice.
I was scared, my mind was like, for some kids, I'm gonna kill
You're
them.
just summarizing what we're hearing, right?
Fucking kids, are you serious?
You're not adding anything new.
Why can't she just get full custody?
Let's go back. This,
We're gonna kill this guy for
we're gonna kill this guy with the kids? Gonna kill this guy who has kids? I ain't down for that. That doesn't sound cool. I don't want to kill a guy for the kids. Guy's kids. Why don't you just go get full custody then?
fucking kids. Are you serious? Why can't she just get full?
You serious? We're gonna kill a guy who has kids? Let me rent this car? We're gonna go kill this guy who has 2 kids? Let me check in the hotel. Yeah, sure, Mr. Bunny. Let me clean this guy. We really gonna kill this guy with the 2 kids? Hey, give me the other gun. Let me clean the other gun. I don't get it, guy. I think it's kind of messed up killing this guy who has kids.
Custody.
Louis,
Okay,
were you hired?
Like he was probably still asking. Like when they reached the garage and they were going to shoot Dan in his head and kill him, he was probably still wondering, we really have to kill this guy with the kids? Can't we just tell her to go and try to get full custody?
Let me add something to this also. So
It's just so stupid. These people are just
actually, there is
it's
some
unbelievable.
level of humanity in Luis Rivera.
Hey guys, there's a level of humanity here. See these 2 hit guys? There's a level of humanity, guys. She's actually saying that the guy here on the left driving the car, they went and killed the guy together, right? Here they are. Here he is. Like went to a hotel, did some drugs. There's a level of humanity, guys. She's actually saying that there is a level of humanity for this guy.
The reason why I think that is because
You're an idiot. That's the reason why you think that.
he talked about the fact
He's being interrogated. Obviously, he will say shit to make himself look good.
that him and Sigfredo, they've known each other for so long. They've been good friends. And, he was the one who was hesitating to do this crime. Like, he was thinking,
He was so hesitating to do the... Hey, we really had to kill this guy with the 2 kids? Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Let's go scope the place, but I don't know, man. We really gonna kill this guy? I don't know, man. Why don't she get to full custody of this of the kids? I don't get it, man.
this is not to say that Rivera is not a criminal, because
You've already made yourself look like an idiot, with all due respect. With all due respect. And the reality is, this collective hatred of Wendi, I cannot rule out that she was involved based on the evidence that we have now, and there's not a lot of concrete evidence showing that she was actually involved. This is the type of person that thinks Wendi went there to confirm the kill. Wendi went there to confirm that the hitmen were actually scoping the place. Wendi went there to confirm that they were scoping the place and not going to steal the $5,000. She was walking with her kids like, let me go see if the hitmen are here, see if they're not running away with my money. Like, this is the level of intelligence.
he is, but he was very upfront about that. He just robs people. That's what he does. He robs people. He's not into the whole killing, especially
He's not into the whole killing. Here we have the picture of him in the car with the other hitman. He's not into the whole killing and such.
the whole thing with kids really, really bothered him, as it would bother
It really bothered him, guys. It really... Do you need me to finish this video? You know what? I'm not going to finish this video. Am I?
probably, if you took all the criminals in the world, more than half would tell you they don't want to do anything that involves kids.
Bullshit
So, I have
statistic.
respect for him for that. But
She has
also, he
let's go back. She has respect for this guy. And by the way, this is not the only example that I found. Like, I've seen Reddit threads where people are like, "Oh, he's really nice. He's actually really nice. Yeah, he seems very nice. I believe everything he says."
grew up with Sigfredo and knew that Sigfredo was a very conflicted person and
Oh, Sigfredo was so conflicted. Oh,
was very caught up and
oh,
whooped
he was whooped. He was whooped.
on Katie Magbanowa.
So, again, what I said before, Sigfredo, better get my money. Bitch, better get my money. That guy was talking like that to his wife, while also going to murder that guy because he was afraid that his wife would leave him. Make sure that bitch got my money. That guy was worried that Katie would, like, leave him. She was already sleeping with Charlie, right? If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Katie has said or told Charlie that the Sigfredo guy was sleeping around as well.
Because he was basically saying, she's forcing me to do this, and if she does not get her way,
She forced him to do it. Better get my money.
I'm going to lose her. I'm not going to get her back. So
That's the reason why Sigfredo killed the guy. Yeah, guys, not the money.
Sigfredo has like major animosity for Katie and blames her for this whole thing.
It's all Katie's fault that he had to go there and kill the guy.
Even
It's
though
not his own fault.
there's a lady involved here that which you can easily say that it's Donna, but I mean, there's a couple things in this interrogation that makes it sound like it's Wendi too, and that could just be like, that trickling off Wendy's influence is trickling into Donna, and maybe it really was the lady is really Donna, but even at the very least, it's obviously a lot of this is coming from Wendi. She is the one with the 2 kids.
Don't forget to subscribe to Moms for Justice. She just figured out that this entire murder case had something to do with Wendi and the fact that she was in a messed up divorce with Dan, right? And he was not allowing her to move with the kids to the other city, blah, blah, blah. Like, she just found that out, guys.
Kids, and I don't think, in fact, I know that no grandmother would go to this much trouble and arrange for this and take the risk of having her grandchildren not have their father, making their father disappear without the blessing of Wendi. It just...
She knows. You should be, you should really go study law. I think you would be a great prosecutor. 100%, there's no uncertainty there at all, right? It's impossible. literally impossible for Charlie and his mom to think, you know what? Wendy's constantly complaining about the guy. I hate the guy. I want the kids to be close to me and dad. I'm done with this. And I'm going to tell you what probably happened, which is very close to what actually came out with the interrogation and the conviction and everything, right? Charlie is an idiot. Dumbass Charlie. That's why all of this started. Wendy was complaining about him because she's in a messy divorce. A lot of people complain about, the person that they're getting a divorce with, right? Like, it's just very common. People, like, divorces can get very messy, right? Charlie was sleeping with Katie. Katie told him about her husband, who is like a criminal as well. And Charlie's like, oh, really? He's a criminal? Tell me more. Interesting. While they're lying in bed in between sex, And he's like, oh, yeah, well, it's not a big deal. Yeah. But he knows a criminal as well. What do you mean he knows a criminal? Yeah, one of his best friends is actually a leader of this gang. Leader of a gang? Interesting. Tell me more. What's the worst thing they have done? That's the type of conversation that he had with Katie. And Charlie, being the type of person Charlie is, likes to brag about stuff. Charlie made jokes about, oh, I got you this TV, but it was cheaper. I got it because it was cheaper than getting a Hitman. Maybe he asked Katie, like, how much is it actually to get a Hitman to do something? And she was like, what do you mean? Not seriously, because, no, I'm just curious. It's how it starts, right? So at a certain point, Charlie was thinking about all of this. And it was like, Mom, I actually solve this. I can solve this problem. That's probably how he worded it. What do you mean I can solve this problem, Charlie? What are you saying? I'll explain later. And then they go on dinner or whatever. Like, yeah, I know people. What do you mean you know people? Well, you know Katie? Yeah, of course I know Katie. She works at the dentist office. Like, I've been, having a relationship with her. Yeah, I know. Did you know that her husband is like a criminal? Like, what? Charlie, really? Yeah. And he's actually best friends with like a gang leader or whatever, and they can actually do hits. Like, Charlie, shut up. What are you saying? What are you saying, Charlie? Like, well, Mom, I asked how much it was, and it's like 10K, and it gets done. You're crazy. Is it that? No, that's not a lot. Like, no, I was surprised as well. No, we're not doing this. You're crazy. Next time, talking. Wendi is there. They don't talk to Wendi about this shit. Wendi is like, God, Dan is annoying. What now? Well, he did this and that and this and that, and it's just, I'm so tired of this shit. God, sorry, but I just, I'm so pissed. It's just ruining my life. And then she cries. And she gets emotional and she cries. And then Donna hugs her and says, it will be okay. And she looks at Charlie, and Charlie is like, and Donna's like, does that sound completely unrealistic to you? They know her, right? So they're like, if we tell her, she's going to say no. Because I'm pretty sure, not knowing Wendi, I have a very strong feeling, but I'm not going to be mom for justice, right? I'm not dad for justice. I'm not going to be like mom for justice and say, I know 100%. You don't know 100% mom for justice. You don't. I know for 100% that they would never tell. I am quite certain, but not 100% like Mom for Justice. I'm quite certain that if they would have asked Wendi, she would have probably said like, what? Get the hell out of here. You guys crazy? That would like completely destroy my life. You think that solves anything? You think it's that simple? She's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She's not stupid. Right? Look at the mess that she's in right now. Again, we don't know. I can't rule out that she was involved. But I'm guessing that Wendi would have said like, You guys are crazy. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. You guys are completely unhinged. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's still the father of my children. I hate the guy, but I don't want him to disappear. I don't want him to be hurt or killed or whatever. Are you guys crazy? That's probably what she would have said. And also, she probably would have realized that it would have turned her life into a living hell. It would have had a huge impact on her kids' lives. No, she does not care about her kids. No, she's like the devil. Like, yeah, that is it. So saying, for 100% certainty that no mom would take care of business without telling Wendi, well, Donna seems like a weirdo. Charlie seems like a weirdo. Wendi, to me, seems relatively normal from what I have seen, the way she has responded, the fact that she went to the scene, to confirm the kill. She did not go there to confirm the kill. That's a 20 IQ kind of thing to do. She did not go there to check if they were actually scoping the place to make sure that she was not stealing the $5,000. Use your brain. That's ridiculous.
If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. But Louis Rivera.
What doesn't make... So for her, it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't tell her. That's it. That's it. And that's the thing. Like, that is enough. That is enough to just believe that she's guilty. That's it. Because you cannot imagine that a mother would not talk to her daughter and say, hey, before I pay this guy to go kill your ex-husband, I just want to make sure that you're okay with us paying for this murder of your ex-husband. Hey. And she's like, oh, you're gonna murder? It's Christmas already? Oh my God, it's not even my birthday. What the hell? Of course I'm happy you're going to kill my ex-husband. That sounds amazing. Oh my God. Thank you, Mom. That was probably very expensive. Oh my God, that's like the most expensive gift you ever got me. No, actually, it's not even that bad. It's like less expensive than that shitty second-hand car we got you last year.
He's a criminal who eventually got busted for something that he really didn't want to do and would not normally have.
Let's go back. See these two guys? Two hitmen? He really... Oh, man, I don't want to do this. We've been here now a couple of days in the hotel and doing coke and driving around. It's been pretty fun. I don't want to kill the guy. Can we just go back? He really didn't want to do this. Let me see. How difficult is it to not do it? I'm out. I'm not doing it. Adios.
Have committed a crime like this. And actually, Sigfredo, he's just a putz who was whooped on his girl.
He's so whooped. Oh man. Come on, guys. He's just whooped. Like, this guy is just whooped. The guy on the right there is just whooped, right? He's like doing anything his wife is telling him to do, and the guy on the left is like also doing hits and murdering people, but like he actually doesn't want to do it. He's actually a really nice guy. Has a lot of has some humanity in him.
Made a huge mistake. So the two of them I'm the least disappointed in them. So listen to Louis Rivera made a huge mistake. So the two of them I'm the least disappointed in them.
I'm the least disappointed in them, the hitman. Let that sink in.
So listen to Louis Rivera making a whole lot of sense right here.
He makes so much sense. Hitman number 2 is making so much sense right here in this interrogation.
Take a listen.
Because you either gonna
Moms for justice. Come on, moms.
leave her or you gonna be with her. Like, she got your hair all messed up. She made you go do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying she didn't give a fuck.
She made you do this. Distancing himself, right? Like, not really me, not really Sigfredo, but actually Katie, like creating distance between you and the people that are actually responsible, right?
And she made you do something that you wouldn't.
Have you not watched any interrogation at all?
That's your wife. She's supposed to hear that. You know, she stuff like that. Hey, I got into argument. I argued with him a couple of times.
Better get the money.
Like the first night we came down, arguing back and like, man, fuck this, we argued, whatever, he left. Then he called me, then we met up, went to the bar. And I'm like, I was frustrated. I even woke up one day, I was in my house drinking. I ain't tell you this though. I was in my house drinking one day, and I was so mad, thinking about the murder. And it was just hitting me.
He was so upset.
And then he came to my house. Jessica called me, yo, come over here, calm this nigga down. I don't know what's wrong with him. He came to me, chill out, man. So I'm thinking about that shit. I said, man, I ain't even that. I ain't do it. How the fuck can you walk around here like that? Something that you did and you got here, like everything's alright. I couldn't sleep. Thinking about that, man, them kids.
Thinking about them kids, man. Just thinking about them kids.
It really hurt.
So let's keep listening to him.
Hurted me, man. It really do.
It's really hurting me, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear the compassion.
You can hear the compassion in the voice of Hitman number 2.
You can hear the human nature
He has such a human nature, Hitman number 2.
of most of us would not be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
You know, and
Most of us would not go and kill a guy. Would not get in the car and go and stay at a hotel, scope the house, do the first attempt and then it fails and then go travel there again, get a hotel, rent a car. Like the first thing you need to do, and like there's a sequence of events, like the first thing we do not do, right? But she's like, yeah, we would not be able to sleep at night
and he's
because of the
pointing
kids.
out how this is so wrong. And he's not such a bad guy.
All right, I'm not even finishing this video, guys. I feel it's just so bad.
I mean, it's horrible that he took
Aw,
part in this, but
he's not such a bad guy, guys.
without Sigfredo and all this other nonsense and the evil Adelsons, this guy would have never been involved in this.
If you turn it around, if this guy would have told Sigfredo, no, I'm not doing it, maybe Sigfredo would have said, like, yeah, I'm not doing it on my own, so I'm not doing it, and it wouldn't have happened either, right? I'm not saying you can't blame the people that paid them, but you should also blame the people for actually doing it, right?
Yes.
But he
And
does not seem like a bad guy, guys. And again, this is, I don't know if I mentioned this already because I had to re-record the video because I forgot to press record. I've seen a lot of people show sympathy for this
I think
guy.
he was just actually helping his friend out and realizing just,
Yo, wanna go kill this guy and make some money? Yeah, I just want to help you out, man.
you know, and trying to stop it too. He's trying to stop
He was really trying to stop it. You see him here in the left, where he's driving the car. He's actually trying to stop the car right there. He's pushing the brake in right there.
He gave him warnings. You know, this isn't worth it. Let's get out of here.
Yo, let me clean this gun right here. It's not worth it, man. Give me the other gun. Yo, let me check my phone. Let me see. Where's the address? Yo, we shouldn't do this, man. Oh, so this the house? Oh, we're going there. Oh, we shouldn't be doing this. Oh, we're at the house now. We shouldn't be doing this though. We shouldn't be doing this. Don't. Jesus, you're stupid.
Okay, so
God.
at this point in the interrogation, they have had a failed attempt at this murder, and they decide to come back to Miami. And I was listening to him in this interrogation, and he's just so raw and so honest.
He's so honest. Hitman number 2 is so honest, guys.
And I just the most honest person so far in his entire.
Oh, so Wendi Adelson, her ex-boyfriend was not the most honest person. You forgot about that guy?
Case
You forgot about that guy?
as he
Who had nothing to do with it? Was not involved in the murder at all?
was mentioning about how Katie decided to go talk to the dentist. He asked him who the dentist was. It appears he doesn't even know, but the dentist's name is Charlie. You know, and he's just giving information.
Doesn't
in
even
the most
know the
honest, raw
dentist's
way.
name is Charlie. It's so
A
raw.
while ago with him, Katie always had him messed up and stuff. What was Katie doing? I mean, you said she was going to see somebody and
Oh, so
stuff.
you go see the dentist?
Who's the dentist? Tell us about that.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
his name.
speed it up because it's just so
I don't know his
stupid,
name,
people.
The only way I knew his name, I guess, I used to talk to my wife, she's with a dentist. I know, I already knew she was talking to the dentist. He told me his name, but I couldn't remember. Right now I remember his name because it just came to my mind. But at that point, he'd be like, this bitch over here cheating on me. We used to work together. We left the job one day. We left work. We went to a restaurant.
So Sigfredo, he's all like, you know, messed up because he's in love with Katie and has kids with Katie and doesn't want to lose her. And she's cheating on him with the dentist, and he's just doing everything Katie wants so he can get her back.
So Sigfredo was not sleeping with other women, you're saying? That contradicts something that I heard Katie saying. But okay, we only believe this guy, right?
Oh, we coming over here for you. Not because she's over here cheating on me with the dentist she's working with. I'm like, damn. And that was like the first time they told me, that's fucked up. And you over here stalking this hoe. Like, come on, you got a guy, man, you go do whatever you want. Like, leave her, but.
He's telling the guy that she is a hoe, and he's still like, he loves her. But I love this hoe.
I know you wanted to
Don't call my bitch a hoe.
get the car and smash right through him. Like, yo, I get off the car, you gonna do all that stupid shit. If you want to run a car into that restaurant, I get off the car.
He was that jealous of him?
He was jealous, real jealous. He's real jealous about Kate.
But he didn't do that though, did he?
Nah, of course. No, he told me.
The cake on this one. Okay, so now and he doesn't look.
This is a nice this this is so beautiful. Watch this.
Anything like Sigfredo Garcia.
Let me go back.
Nah, of course not. I think I wouldn't even be here. I think he would have been in jail.
I mean, he never approached that dude or anything like that, right?
No.
Never did that.
Let's go. Watch
I
this.
know you told me that the guy looks like him a little bit. How the fuck the guy look like you, man?
Charlie doesn't look
Tell me what.
The guy looks like you, Charlie. No, Charlie doesn't.
anything like Sigfredo Garcia.
Watch. Listen to this. Is so good.
What do you think? I don't think they look anything alike.
No, they obviously they have a different ethnicity as well.
And
this is the cherry on the cake.
I mean, I know some people think that Charlie Adelson is good looking, but I would say Sigfredo Garcia takes the cake on this one.
He's such
Okay,
a
so now-
such a cute hitman number one.
Here they are talking about the
Hitman number two is so honest and has humanity.
and
Hitman number one is like only doing it because Katie is telling him to do it.
he didn't was hesitating, did not want to go. In fact, when Sigfredo said, "Hey, we're
He really didn't want to go,
gonna rent
guys.
another car and go
Twice they went there twice.
back," Louis is like, "Man, he's really serious about."
Louis is like,
okay.
oh,
So here he is questioning about that.
Was there any discussion or certain
The Rock,
skip.
he didn't want him to get himself into any trouble. It was a
First, that, or even
skipping all of this
And
because
that-
guys, it's just
there. They go to.
this is also
He was
interesting.
a good friend to
Such a good friend. Hey, friend, want to go kill someone? Sure, let's go kill the guy. Such a good friend.
Sigfredo.
Such a good friend.
Clearly
Leader of a gang.
looking out for him.
Looking out for him. This gang leader was looking out for him.
Clearly trying to steer him in the right direction.
Went on a hit and killed an innocent guy. He was clearly trying to steer him in the right direction. Look at him at the wheel of the car, like he's trying to steer him in the right direction towards the house, towards the garage.
Obviously, it's all night.
Like even this, she's
But I'm
like,
just-
listen.
But he was even saying, "Don't
he like drugs bad, okay," she says, and then she says, but he was even saying,
buy from anybody else
don't buy drugs from
or
anybody
get
else.
any other drugs, but from me. I'm
Just get your drugs from me. That's a good friend.
going to come out the
So
house.
stupid.
I mean, there's just no other explanation for it.
What?
There,
I don't care. I don't
he
care.
didn't ask this question.
Man, you gotta know something.
Okay,
Besides-
so there are videos where they actually like go through the evidence and like this is the evidence we have against her. I will react to one of those videos, but I had to react to this one as well. This is how she's talking about Hitman number 2. Thousands of people are watching this and saying, "Oh, you're so right." Let's read some comments just to finish it off. Let's go. Let's see. Wendi should have gone down long ago. Someone in the Florida system is protecting her, sure. Imagine trying to live and expecting cops any minute to come through your door. So glad I'm not a murderer. Yeah. Wendy's going down. Georgia isn't going to let her get away with this. It's my deepest hope that Wendi can't sleep at night, knowing an arrest can come at any moment. Let's check a couple of her comments. I bet she gets better sleep than me because I didn't even know him and it keeps me up at night. She's cold. Let's see. She's a sociopath, effortless at lying, while on their own, rotten to the core, never called the daycare to see if her kids were... She knew that the kids were safe, by the way. She knew it was going to happen. Okay, sure. And she knew what time. Oh, yeah, sure. That's why she wasn't... Yeah, she knew when it was going to happen, and she was like, I will go there, make sure that the hit happens, and, like, I will go there, see the blood on the garage floor, and, like... Moms were just like, bingo. Simple. After Hitman calls Katie. Katie calls Charlie. Charlie calls Wendi on WhatsApp. Where Wendi goes to visit crime scene. Dude is 1,000% telling the truth. For sure. Too detailed. And she should. Wendi is the only one who could have made it possible for Dan to get killed. She was the one who provided Charlie with Dan's schedule and then maybe she gave the schedule not knowing that they were planning to kill him. Like, hey, Wendi, we're planning like a comedy show late at night. Like, hey, these are like the possible dates for the comedy show, and can Dan watch the kids on these days or whatever? Like, there's ways to get that information out of someone without telling her that you're planning to kill her as ex-husband, right? When the known gang member who is in prison for another crime is the most credible witness in the case. Rivera should be fuming at Wendy's comment on the stand. I'm glad they're already in jail. Let's see. Lewis may be the best worst witness ever. He's most likely getting a deal. He won't lie or the deal is gone. It's like the interrogation here, right? One day you're a family, the next you're all being charged with murder. Have I not seen this? Thank you. Subscribe. You can feel the fact that even Sigfredo did it under the pressure of Katie, who was pressured by Charlie, who was pressured by Donna, who got... I don't think Donna pressured Charlie in doing it. I think Charlie is the weirdo that was like, I have this connection now, Mom. Let me deal with this. And he convinced her to go ahead with it. She's like, okay. I hope you know what you're doing, Charlie. It's probably not Donna telling. So this to me seems very wrong. But let's see. She likes everything, right? Like, anything people say, literally each comment is liked. Let's see. Remember, Donna was losing the boys. Dan was starting legal motion to limit her time with the boys. So this contradicts what she actually says. But she does like it. Let's see. Wendy's income, employment, bar license was all at risk because of the motions and accusations in court about hiding from... Yeah. Georgia versus Wendy is going to be movie. I've been screaming for people to revisit the interview. So true that Georgia kept from questioning Wendy about her walking down the street. She has this, okay, let's see. Wendy is guilty, we all know that, but not easy to prove because police and detectives let her and her parents go, didn't treat them as so. In my opinion, Wendy should have been the first to get arrested. She's like the first person that they interrogated, right? It's like the first suspect. That's what happened, yeah. Yeah. Had she not been acting like a spoiled brat who wanted to move the boys away from their father, like, okay. Wendy's motivation was his money. Okay, I'm so glad I ran across your video tonight. I'm very surprised when he hasn't taken this opportunity to flee to Vietnam. Oh, maybe. Are you really surprised? Oh, okay. It's kind of contradicting what you guys think, right? She can't because of her kids and her narcissism. Why can't she just flee with her kids? What do you mean she can't because of her kids? She can grab her kids and leave to Vietnam. Like, why doesn't she have that possibility? What do you mean? Let's see. Hey you, Mrs. I'm just going to listen. Yes, I watched this. Charlie even said to Donna that's Wendy's fault that got him caught because she wouldn't stop herself from going to the crimes. Link, please. Okay, no. Let's see. News up here. You're the best. No nonsense. You've highlighted some very good points. God, I hope so. The Adelson and the Markels. Adelson, Markel, oh my goodness, what a messed up family. I very much want them all to especially Wendi, needs to go to prison. The clips have been around for years with this information. The prosecution knows all this for years. Why the heck is Wendi Adelson not yet arrested? Let's see if they have an answer. She probably borrowed another person's phone. She wouldn't use her own phone. She's smart enough to not use her own phone, but she's too dumb to not visit the crime scene. Okay, really good. The phone call saying it's done and saying I know, yes, he talked, okay. I love your view, first time watcher, we'll be back, very enjoyable, wants to take a guess at what horror we have been up to. Guys, do not forget to watch the raw drive-through video of Wendi route to the crime scene. Yeah, it's an amazing video, we have to check that as well. Donna would definitely arrange the hit on Dan. Remember a letter to Wendi about enrolling boys in Catholic school? Your defense of this guy is wild. He knew they were going to kill someone. Let's like that one. Let's see. He knew that they were going to kill someone, participated in the planning for weeks, negotiated his cut, and even accepted the bonus after. How is she going to respond to this? The only comment where she's being criticized. Let's see. Someone else defends her. If it wasn't for Luis Rivera, there's no guarantee the rest would have gone. Okay, so let's skip what the defenders will say. I'm not defending his. Yeah, you are. He has humanity. Get out of here. I'm just pointing out that he was the only one who knows compassion and regret. There's something to say for that. Unfortunately, he went down the dark road and followed through with the murder. Please don't read too much into what I said. Is what meant to show he cared more than the victims on. Wow. Wow. Wendi paid 50K for the first hit. We don't have any evidence of that. You give me hope that Wendi may be prosecuted. That's what they're monetizing. That's how they're making money out of these very shitty videos. I will be shocked if anything happens to Wendi. Let's see. Hey. Someone says they did ask Wendi about walking near Dan's house and she denied it. Of course she did. Thank you for covering the assorted. Blah blah. It's a shame more people aren't aware of this case. People have lives. I now know that it's not a matter of if Wendi will, it's just a matter of when, says Drew Sibley Loans. He's completely convinced. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out my other video. Wendi was not walking her kids on a school day. It's all over the internet that she drove by, went to lunch and after getting wine, then picked up by police to No, the walking with her kids went on the Thursday, the day before the murder. Okay, yeah. Watching all the scenarios, how the killing was carried out. Wendi Adelson, she's definitely guilty. Okay, we heard this years ago. That is also true. Let's see. Yep, and we are still going at it until these trials are over. Blah, blah, blah. Keep dreaming. Great footage. If Wendi sees this, she will run for the... if Wendi sees this shitty video, she will run for the border. Guy, do not forget to watch her. One of the issues, the lady could also be Donna. She was upset with the guy boys. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't really care. It's just everyone agreeing, right? It's just everyone agreeing. Yeah, Wendy's guilty. Yeah, Wendy's guilty. Wendy's guilty. And like one comment criticizing her for glazing Hitman number 2. Let's see. I wish she goes down, but your Luis Riviera theory did nothing so far to prosecute her, simply because you don't know the case well enough. The kids were at the daycare at that hour, and that was not her. It's important you study this case well before you throw stuff like that to us. You also misled people who don't know much about this case. Let's see how she responds. This isn't all that I got on. She has more on her. This is just one part of the bigger picture. I do know this case very well. Show me the proof the kids were at day. Yeah, okay. I love your review. All right, guys, I'm done. So I will respond to a video that actually is constructed in an okay way, where that person is actually trying to explain, like, this is the evidence that we have, right? I'm going to react to those videos as well. Don't you see the issue with this Moms for Justice person? That is glazing Hitman number 2 and also humanizing Hitman number 1. This person is in your camp. You're really proud to be associated with this person? It's crazy to me. You're allowed to think that she's guilty. Fine, talk about the evidence. But this, he was constantly trying to stop the other guy from killing the guy. You're not all there. But honestly, the big question that I have, let me end with this. The big question that I have at the end of this is like, does Moms for Justice actually believe the stuff that she's saying? Does she really think that this guy has humanity? Is she doing that so she can make a case about Wendi? Like anything goes as long as we're all eye on the ball, Wendi is guilty. Whatever I can say that helps to make that case goes. I think in this case, I do really think that she is a weirdo. That she is indeed a weirdo. That thinks that the 2 hitmen are actually quite nice guys, right? One was whipped, and the other one was really a good friend, telling him, don't buy your drugs from other people. If you're enjoying me dunking on these weird true crime channels, don't forget to subscribe. If you agree, if you think the 2 hitmen are really nice guys, I do believe that there is like a prison pen system where you can send them letters. Moms for Justice can send Luis Riviera letters and let him know that she really cares about him. Like, You can do that as well. If you want, I can add a link in the description. Thanks for watching.